Mercedes Vega was a 22-year-old woman living in Tempe, Arizona. She worked as an exotic dancer and was last seen on camera
more than 1,700 miles away. The 22-year-old found burning in a car.
She worked as an exotic dancer and was last seen on camera entering her apartment complex's parking garage in April 2023.
This is back in April 2023 after going missing from her apartment complex in Tempe.
What happened next is truly horrifying. Blood was found on the parking garage floor.
And tonight her parents sat down with true crime correspondent Brianna Whitney.
And also inside the passenger seat of Mercedes' car, which was abandoned not far from her home. Investigators say Mercedes suffered terrible abuse before her death. She had bleach in her throat, was shot in the arm, hit in the head, and finally burned alive in a car that wasn't hers. This burning car was found near Tonopah, about 60 miles away, on the side of the I-10 highway. The medical examiner confirmed that the cause of death was burns and smoke inhalation. Mercedes' death was not quick. It was full of pain and suffering. The abuse she endured shows extreme cruelty, and her case is considered one of the most disturbing investigators have seen. Her family says Mercedes had planned to testify against a man named Kajo Young, who had previously targeted her in an armed robbery case. Many believe that this may be connected to her murder. 3 men are now suspects in this crime. Alongside Kajo Young, there is Sincere Hayes, who was arrested in Tennessee and faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder. A third man, Jared Gray, has also been linked to the crime and is awaiting extradition from Georgia. The story of Mercedes Vega's murder is not just a case of violence. It reveals a dark and sadistic plot that shocked the community and law enforcement. This tragic story reminds us how fragile life can be and how justice must be pursued for victims like Mercedes. 3 suspects linked by evidence. The investigation into the murder of Mercedes Vega has uncovered crucial evidence linking 3 men to the crime. Kajo Young, Sincere Hayes, and Jared Gray are all now suspects in this horrifying case. Kajo Young was already facing armed robbery charges for targeting dancers at the same club Mercedes worked at. According to prosecutors, Young had followed several dancers home, demanding money at gunpoint. Mercedes had identified Young in a photo lineup and wrote a victim impact statement for the court. It is believed that her planned testimony against Young may have been a motive for her murder. Sincere Hayes was arrested in Tennessee and extradited to Arizona. He faces multiple serious charges including 4 counts of first-degree murder, armed robbery, kidnapping, and vehicle theft. Prosecutors have even said they plan to seek the death penalty against Hayes. Jared Gray, also from Tennessee, was recently linked to the case. He was arrested in Georgia and is waiting to be extradited to Arizona. Authorities plan to charge him with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and armed robbery. Though the suspects come from different states, law enforcement discovered important connections between them. Cell phone data showed that phones linked to Hayes and Gray followed the route of the burning car, where Mercedes' body was found. Flight records also revealed plane tickets purchased for Hayes and Gray to travel to Arizona, with credit card information connected back to Young. Investigators found fingerprints on a plastic grocery bag and a cup inside the burning car, which matched the suspects after entering them into the national database. Blood evidence inside the vehicle further ties them to the crime scene. Despite being arrested in different places, Hayes, Young, and Gray all originally come from Tennessee. Police believe Hayes and Gray traveled together on a Greyhound bus back to Tennessee after the murder, but now they are back in Arizona, in custody. This growing web of forensic evidence and travel records reveals how the suspects were connected in this cruel and violent crime. Authorities continue working to uncover more details, but the links between these 3 men are clear and paint a chilling picture of a planned and brutal murder. Forensic clues cracked the case. Forensic evidence played a key role in cracking the murder case of Mercedes Vega. Investigators used modern science to connect the suspects and uncover the details of this brutal crime. At the crime scene, police found blood in Mercedes' car and on a plastic grocery bag inside. The bag contained 2 grocery bags, and investigators discovered fingerprints on the plastic surface. After entering the prints into a nationwide database, they matched Sincere Hayes and Jared Gray, 2 of the suspects. Inside the burning Chevrolet Malibu, where Mercedes' body was found, investigators also found a fingerprint on the bottom of a plastic cup. This piece of evidence was important because plastic surfaces are fragile for prints and can be easily destroyed by fire. The fact that the print survived shows the fire was a flash fire, likely caused by an accelerant such as gasoline. The medical examiner's report revealed shocking details about Mercedes' final moments. She had bleach poured down her throat, a gunshot wound in her arm, and injuries to her head. Her cause of death was burns and smoke inhalation. Toxicology tests showed she was alive during the fire, as her body contained carboxyhemoglobin, which indicates carbon monoxide poisoning from breathing in smoke. To find gunshot wounds, forensic experts used X-rays of her body to locate bullets or fragments inside. This method helps preserve the body for autopsy while providing clear evidence of trauma. Cell phone data was another crucial forensic clue. Phones linked to Hayes and Gray were tracked following the route of the burning car on the day Mercedes died. Flight and travel records tied the suspects to Arizona around the time of the murder. A phone number used to buy plane tickets was the same one that called a man who helped Hayes and Gray after the crime. This combination of physical evidence, forensic science, and digital data gave investigators a strong case. Each piece connected the suspects to the crime, making it difficult for them to deny involvement. Forensics is not just about collecting evidence, it tells a story. In this case, it revealed the truth behind a terrifying crime and helped bring justice closer for Mercedes Vega. Drug ring leader's dark role, Kajo Young, one of the 3 suspects linked to the murder of Mercedes Vega, is believed to be the leader of a much larger criminal operation. Beyond his connection to this brutal killing, court documents reveal Young's involvement in a nationwide drug trafficking ring. According to reports from the Arizona family and the Attorney General's office, Young is facing multiple serious charges related to this alleged drug enterprise. These charges include money laundering and misconduct involving weapons. Prosecutors say Young organized drug deals not only in Arizona but also across the country. Young reportedly coordinated shipments of illegal drugs, such as fentanyl pills, sending co-conspirators to airports with suitcases full of drugs. These drugs were then distributed in major cities like New York City and Atlanta. This shows the wide reach and sophistication of the operation Young is said to have run. While others involved in the drug ring received plea deals, Young has not been offered any deals because of his ongoing involvement in violent crimes. His history includes armed robbery charges related to Mercedes Vega and now charges connected to her murder. Authorities believe that Young's control over this criminal network gave him the resources and connections to carry out dangerous acts. It's possible that his role in the drug trafficking ring also influenced the events that led to Mercedes' tragic death. The case against Young highlights how violence, drugs, and organized crime can be deeply connected. His alleged leadership in this drug ring paints a grim picture of a man involved in both illegal trade and extreme violence. As the investigation continues, law enforcement hopes to uncover more details about Young's criminal enterprise and his role in Mercedes Vega's death. This story is a reminder of the complex and dark world behind some of the most shocking crimes. Justice for Mercedes Vega means not only punishing those directly responsible for her murder, but also dismantling the dangerous networks that enable such tragedies to happen.